What's up, YouTubers? I may be holding this camera upside down, or I really don't know. Well, you think I've been slack about working on Stumpy and posting videos, which I hadn't really been slack because I rented a new apartment. I now live by myself. Um, it's not a fancy apartment, but it's on the top floor. So I call it my little penthouse apartment in the downtown district. But today, well, actually, Friday afternoon, and today, I did some work on Stumpy because there might be a person or two out there that really wants to see what the hell I'm doing. So y'all all know my plan. I'm going to cut this rear end loose and I'm going to slide it up to the cab, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Well, guess what? You're never going to believe this. Came over here this afternoon from my new house to my old house and started working on Stumpy. Guess what? Wait a minute. Where's the rear axle? There's where it used to be. There's the spring hangers, and there's the supports for the helper springs, but where the hell is the rear axle? Well, guess what? My sorry ass, all by myself. See, Hot Rod Magazine, they got a show called Roadkill. That has been my inspiration for this whole project. Finnegan and Freiberger, they're awesome guys. I tried to sell them my S10, which is still for sale if they ever want to use it for an episode of Roadkill. It's a pretty badass little truck, but it's not as badass as what I call Stumpy. They call their 1950 F6 Stubby Bob, which they put a badass Oldsmobile 455 on the back, blown, ready to go. This thing pops wheelies. But before that, it was just, plain Jane with the factory motor. I am shooting more towards that because I cannot afford a blower, 455Os, a V-drive, and all of that shit they put in that truck. They can, all right? But here we go. Now, mind you, it has a hell of a rake. It's jacked up pretty high in the back end because I got to remove a lot of leaf springs. But that is part of doing what I'm trying to do. And I'm backing off because I just want y'all to see this shit. Holy shit. Look at Stumpy, huh? Now Stumpy can actually be proud of the name Stumpy. I'm thinking I got an 8-foot wheelbase. I don't know what's legal. I really don't give a shit. What I decided to do was slide it right up to the cab mounts. Now, it's pretty much where it's going to sit. The axle itself, I mean, it all lined up really great. I got to do some measuring before I bolt everything up to make sure it's perfect and don't ride crooked going down the road because I don't want it to look stupid. But holy shit, people, Stumpy now deserves the name of Stumpy. Looks kind of funky right now because of the rake in the rear end. When I remove some leaf springs, it won't look half bad. I'm also going to put some 18-wheeler style quarter fenders right in this area so water don't go all over the cab, everything else. I'm going to mount my beer keg gas tank right back here, just like Finnegan and Freiberger did. But up in this area, I'm going to put a smaller beer keg for an air tank because I'm going to put an 18-wheeler air compressor on the engine so that I can run a freight train horn. And not one of those bullshit freight train horns off of eBay, an actual freight train horn. And a buddy of mine, Chandler, which some of you may know, he has the badass Ford with the inline 6. He is going to donate a steam whistle, which will also work off of compressed air. But look at Stumpy. Holy shit. Stumpy is now Stumpy. And my rust patina is going quite well. I guess while I'm waiting on the dry shaft to be cut, or waiting on me to be able to afford it and it getting done, I will continue stripping paint off. Once I get this drivetrain bolted back together, well, actually, I'm probably going to start working on brakes. Once I bolt that rear end into place, I'm going to put a new master cylinder on. I'm probably going to have to run all new brake lines and all that. But I really don't give a shit because I'm so excited. Y'all just don't understand. Once I bring that back end down, I put those 18-wheeler stacks, those kegs, that freight train horn, get all the paint off so the body gets nice and rusty so I can clear coat it when it gets to the point that I like it. And get some mirrors I like. The mirrors on this truck, I really don't like them. I don't like them. And a windshield is going to be the hardest thing of all. I got to get this hood to work correctly. I'm actually thinking about tilting it forward so it doesn't hit the windshield again, because that's exactly what happened to this windshield. Now what I could do, if I could get lucky enough to find 1956 F600 with a busted windshield on the other side and good on this side, I actually used to work for a glass company, and I think I'm skilled enough to cut it down the middle, put in a bar, and have a two-piece windshield. So if I can find a screwed up windshield on the other side that I can cut in the middle and put the good side over here where mine's screwed up, then hey, I'm down for it. But like I was saying, these mirrors, don't like them. They're freaking ugly. They're about to fall off any damn ways, as you can see. So those mirrors got to go. Something else going to have to happen there. Let me give you a little better look at my rust patina, where I started stripping the paint. See how it's starting to rust up, get a nice rust color to it, and then it's starting to run down the fender and look really, really cool. Once